Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another marvelous episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. In one corner, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye spinach. He is the tranquil dart of Ringside Society, Delaware's greatest American hero. And whenever he goes to Taco Bell, he asks for a cheap burrito because he loves a combination of chicken and beef. He is Rob Bass, and you are not. And in the second corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching, always has to move by any means, fresh off a trip from New Orleans, the worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. But it's not about us tonight. No, because you see, we don't have just any tag team. We don't have just any two men. No, we have two extraordinary men that make up the hottest tag team in the Pacific Northwest. Everybody, welcome to the show, the Playboy of P.N.W and the HOTSHOT, Spencer Scott. That's right. That's a rhyme right there.
That's right.
The Flamin Aces.
Damn, I need that. I need that intro everywhere I walk.
Yeah, that was great.
Like, we honestly need that everywhere.
Yeah,
Gentlemen,
thanks for having us, guys.
It's an honor to have y'all on. We hit up Charlie of I'm like, so basically we were like, yo, we were in I don't know if you guys have ever attended it, the spaces by Gabe Sapolsky. If you haven't, I highly recommend it.
Yeah,
so you guys know what it is then.
Yeah, been in a few of those.
So one of them, and they're very I love those. Like Gabe is even though he doesn't want to admit it, the guy's a freaking genius.
He is, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to swear, y'all. Y'all know y'all viewers, watchers, I normally don't swear, but that's how great Gabe Sapolsky's spaces are. If you have not checked them out, I highly, highly, in all caps, with 100% emphasis, recommend y'all check out those spaces. That man is a special guy. But what he actually mentioned was that the West Coast does not get enough love, and I'm like, yo, Gabe, you're right. In my mind, I'm like, you're right. Like y'all are just way out there. You have all this phenomenal talent way out there. But I felt personally that y'all aren't getting the love. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, I normally get off work at let's say 10 o'clock, right? Like around nighttime. And I figured, hey, when I get home, it's normally 10:30, 11 o'clock. So it's gonna be pretty early over in the West Coast. So I was like, yeah, let's make some interviews with some West Coast talent happen like a captain. And we hit up our good friend Charlie Avell. Shout out to Charlie Avell. We're like, Charlie.
Shout out Charlie.
Heck yeah, shout out Charlie.
Some people that we should actually that we should actually interview for our show. We're looking for some talent, out of the Pacific Northwest. And two of the names that he called were Zaye Perez and Spencer Scott, the Flamin Aces.
That's so awesome. Especially to be just known as West Coast talent. I feel like it's always been a dream. It's just so awesome, honestly.
Yeah,
man. I gotta say, y'all have a very great, community over there.
Absolutely.
A lot of I've seen some characters coming out of there. I'm like, wow. Like if I was Vince McMahon, I would be losing my mind. Like,
right?
That's so awesome.
You guys, and by the way, Mr. Perez, Sami Zayn might be seeing you about some of them helluva kicks you've been throwing around too.
Oh my god, dude, he's the inspiration.
You're like a modern day Bruce Lee. I'm like, yo, this guy is. Who's this guy? The Last Giant or something? Like,
oh my god, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes.
And then Spencer, you might want to watch it with that Swanton, man. That you put a little Jeff Hardy in that Swanton right there. I'm like, yo.
I had to get a little extension on it. That's the way the greats do it.
Yeah, but yeah, man, you guys are definitely, you guys are definitely on your way, and I saw a couple matches y'all had, and y'all are definitely on y'all's way. I think next time, Reloaded faces you guys, they might want to watch out, and Zay, are you okay, man? Because I saw that match, I was like, yo, he is not gonna Canadian this man.
No, it just with Reloaded, I feel like we have such good, I feel like I just want to beat them up anytime I go in the ring. Honestly, I'm just like, and I
I
feel
love
like they
that.
never give up. So I'm just like, oh my god, dude, give up. No, but they hit me. They hit me with some hard stuff, dude. It was hard to kick out of it, honestly.
Yeah, those guys are incredible. Like I would work with those guys any day of the week, anytime. They're such great talents, and even all the Canadian guys,
Exactly.
they're all so amazing. All the ones that we've got to rub some shoulders with, just want to keep going.
Yeah, that was a great match that I saw, and I was like, wow, these guys. And then I saw y'all hit. It was I guess it was like a Spencer. You hit the suplex into a Michinoku driver, and then you came up, and then Zay, you came off with the frog splash.
Exactly.
I was like, oh, this man is done.
We
And
thought
then
we had him. We were that close.
almost this close.
That
This
close.
yeah, I saw
freaking
that.
close.
And then I saw Spencer go to the top. I'm like, oh, this man ain't got no mercy. He's gonna hit. And then he does like a swanton. I'm like, oh, that dude dead.
And when it's time to go, it's time to go.
Exactly.
We were right there. We just had to keep on the gas, but they kept fighting.
Yeah, man. So I normally ask all of our guests this question, but and this is probably gonna be individual. Each of y'all can answer individually because it's a really individual question. But what made y'all become fans of pro wrestling? What was the match that you saw or the event that you saw that had you tuning in from there on out?
You want to go first?
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, so I started super, super young when I was like 4, and my brother had this DVD of WrestleMania 22, and I always used to watch it. I always used to watch it. I remember just watching like the Boogeyman versus Booker T, and then I was just like, oh my god, I love it, I love it. And he had this PS2 which I used to play a lot, and I used to play the WWE SmackDown vs. Raw. And I feel like I just became a fan by the video games, and then the video games caused me to actually like tune in every single time. And I feel like I wouldn't miss an episode of Raw and SmackDown for a while, honestly. Not for like 10 years, dude. But yeah, that's how I got into it.
Yeah, mine was pretty similar. My earliest wrestling, just wrestling in general, memory is it was one of the original SmackDowns for the PS2, or it might have been the original Xbox. It was one of those older consoles, but I remember playing that with my dad. And then the first match I think I saw, it was No Mercy, like 2002. I think it was the Undertaker and Brock Lesnar in the Hell in a Cell match, and that match was so brutal, and the story behind it was just incredible. And like I was hooked instantly. And I watched that whole show, like that tag team match, like the SmackDown 6 era, like really got me into wrestling. Like the Angle and Benoit, Edge and Mysterio, like those guys really solidified my early love for wrestling.
Wow, y'all actually started watching at a good time because the man, yeah, that was when wrestling was still
That
was
was
like crazy.
Exactly.
it was an interesting period. It was after the Attitude Era, and there was a little space in between, and then that Ruthless Aggression era with the SmackDown 6 was iconic.
Yeah, but I gotta ask y'all, which one do y'all? I mean, I've always debated which era was better, like Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression Era. And I find myself going more towards the Ruthless Aggression Era because it had my opinion. This, which just my opinion. Like the Ruthless Aggression Era had like everything. The one thing different they had was athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
Had a lot of athleticism in there. But in y'all's opinion, which one did y'all like better? Like, which one was better for y'all?
I think like everyone's answer is gonna be different. It depends on like how old you were and when you were watching wrestling. Um, I mean, personally for me, I like the Ruthless Aggression era more just because I have that more of a nostalgic feeling for that era. But like they're pretty even in terms of greatness, the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression era for their own different reasons. But I'd lean at Ruthless Aggression.
Yeah, I had to go with Spencer, honestly. I feel like that's what I just started watching. I feel like it's so nostalgic just watching just the sets and just like the matches, the crowd, how it looks, back in that day. I don't know, it's just so nostalgic to me. So I just had to go with Ruthless Aggression, honestly.
Yeah, I don't want any old heads coming at us getting upset
Exactly,
about
dude.
we're saying that Ruthless Aggression era is better, but they're both great eras in their own right.
Rob, how about you, man? Which one? I'm gonna get you. Which one was better for you, man? Like,
I'm saying Ruthless Aggression was good, man. It holds up better, man. You can watch it, you're not like, "Ooh, hey, oh man."
yeah. So, now that y'all are fans and you're watching, you're tuning in every week. Did y'all ever? Who were some of y'all's favorites y'all enjoyed watching, like growing up? And did y'all ever get to go to the shows as well too, or were y'all just like at home watching from the comfort of your living rooms and whatnot?
Yeah. So for me, my first ever show was an ECW house show up in Manchester, New Hampshire. I think the main was Sabu in the Big Show when the Big Show was in ECW. So it's, not a true ECW house show, but still it was awesome. And then God, my favorite, like when I was a kid, and basically my whole life, my guy was the Undertaker. That was my guy. Like I was a ride or die Undertaker fan. But guys like Jeff Hardy, Eddie Guerrero, Shawn Michaels, guys like that were really influential for me.
Okay.
For I feel like with someone who I look really up to as a fan, I guess. I don't know. I feel like always used to have like this weird obsession with Boogeyman. I don't know why, but I feel like his wrestling was it was so attracting to me. I don't know. It's just something that's I don't know. It's just weird.
Something about those worms.
Exactly. Something about those worms, how he would feed it to his opponents. Gross. But yeah, I feel like Boogeyman for me, honestly. And then Batista was also a really, really good one. And Rey Mysterio because he's so small like me, honestly. So yeah.
Wow, yeah, Batista was definitely something back then. And it's funny, when I first saw him, I never thought he would be nothing more than, a upper mid card intercontinental guy. But
Exactly.
Triple H and Ric Flair, they took him under their wings, and
yeah, that'll do something to somebody.
Exactly.
and that was pretty awesome. Rey Mysterio too. He's one that proves that, size. It doesn't matter what size you are. You can still be a great, a great, for lack of a better term, fixture in
Yeah.
wrestling. And I'm pretty sure he is an inspiration to many. Not just in the Latino community, but outside of that are small. I'm thinking, hey, I'm not 6 foot something, bulging biceps. I'll never be able to make it. He's definitely inspiration.
No, I feel like just like you said, like the Latino community, I feel like, especially that he's just represented. I feel like there's not a lot of Latino representation in wrestling, and I feel like Rey Mysterio is a big one, honestly. And especially that he was so small, I felt like it kind of inspired me to think that I could do it, and yeah, here I am.
It's awesome, man. That's definitely he's definitely a great story. And I would definitely recommend it to like anybody if they feel like they're too small, like they should definitely just look at him,
Exactly.
see what he accomplished. So now, okay, both of you are fans. You have your favorites. You're cheering your favorites. You're booing the bad guys and whatnot. Now, tell us, how did the Playboy and the HOTSHOT go from wrestling fans to now, kicking ass and taking names in professional wrestling? How did y'all? I like to call it. I gotta find a better term but how did y'all jump the guardrail and become professional wrestling? Professional.
It's just
All praise to Oregon Pro Wrestling School.
exactly.
All praise to them. That's the only reason why we have gotten any we've worked our ass off, but they really they opened so many doors for us to just bust through.
Our coaches are so phenomenal, dude. There's so insanely knowledge with wrestling, and I felt like I didn't even know going into wrestling that there would be this much, honestly. And I feel like they kind of showed us the ropes on how to do everything.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. And that's the coaches there, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, are Ricky Gibson and Eddie Pearl, aka the Midnight Heat.
Yes.
And Malcolm Flex, the honorable Malcolm Flex.
I know. So funny thing is, I know about all those guys from I don't know if they're still in business, but the West Coast Wrestling Connection.
Yeah, WC.
Yep. Yeah. Before COVID, I had actually reached out to WC to try and get some training. and they were like, yeah, come down, when we reopen, and they never reopened. So then Oregon Pro came along, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I used to enjoy watching the WCWC. They introduced me to like so many great wrestlers over there in in on the West Coast, more specifically. Some great food spots too. I mean, that Voodoo Donut. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Whenever I head down, I'm gonna digress a little bit. Whenever I hit PDX, the first thing, two things I'm going for: brunch box if they're still open. I don't know if they are, but I hope they are.
They are, yeah.
Awesome. And Voodoo Donut. There was a
Yeah.
guy. I used to call him Mr. Fuji's son. He used to dress like Mr. Fuji. He had a top hat. He used to manage somebody. He used to manage a couple people in the WCWC, and he would go. He used to go to the brunch box. I'm like, man, that looks good. Man, you know what? That's it. Whenever I get to Oregon, definitely gonna get me some of that alongside some Voodoo Donut.
Yeah.
But,
You know what's weird though? We were at the AEW Rampage in Portland. And at the end, Chris Jericho was coming out. He cut a promo, and he mentioned Voodoo Donuts, and I heard a lot of boos, and I was really confused. I was like, I thought Voodoo was like a staple of Portland. I don't know if people are like turning on it or what.
I heard a rumor it was just like because it was just like a visitor, like a destination, I guess. I don't know.
Like a tourist thing.
Yeah, like a tourist thing, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I don't believe in all that.
I know.
Voodoo's fire.
Delicious. I know. Voodoo Donuts is delicious.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, Oregon Oregon Pro Wrestling. Yeah, I definitely know. I've definitely seen all three of your trainers in action. Man, they can definitely go in that ring, and I remember seeing we've actually had Ricky Gibson on our show back like on our first season, and I remember seeing this guy the first time in the WCWC, and I'm like, that guy's gonna. I already know it. The way he comes out, he's like a rock star. He has a name for his guitar.
Oh God,
that man is definitely gonna be somebody.
Yes.
His wrestling mind is not. I've never seen a wrestling mind like Ricky. The way he interprets things, the way he understands the psychology and just everything into wrestling. He's an encyclopedia of wrestling knowledge.
Yeah, and man, the way they do, I saw them do a tag team maneuver one time. I forgot who did it, but it was a sunset flip.
Backstab.
The backstab. And I was like,
it looks very devastating, dude. I just watch it and I cringe. Just, oh my God, if they ever did that to me, I'd be pissed.
I can speak from experience. It hurts.
Yes, it hurts.
I have taken it, and it does not feel good.
When I first saw them do that move on AEW Dark, I had to rewind it several times. I was like, this. What was that?
Yeah, I think a lot of people had that reaction.
Yeah, that was a cool move they did, man.
Yeah, it was so awesome seeing them on Dark. Like it like I know they've been working for years and years just to get to like a moment like that. So I was really proud of them, even though they're our coaches. Like I was still super proud.
Yeah, it's definitely great to see all their hard work, and I know they put in work because I've seen them. I've watched their evolution from when Eddie Pro was actually a roadie for Ricky Gibson.
Yep.
And then now they're tag team. And then at one point, Eddie Pearl's brother Billy Pearl was, I think he's still in wrestling.
Right.
Yeah.
He was a roadie for them, and they were a tag team. And now they've they have matching outfits. They have a tag team name. They've won the UWN, tag team titles. And now they're just going all over, the country, just making a name for themselves. It's really great to see the hard work that he's putting in is actually paying off.
They're killing it, and they're so they're old school in a new school era, and I think the fans are really they're really appreciating it. Like they appreciate all the little old school nuances that they do.
You can just see how far they're gonna go, and I feel like it's beyond the stars, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and trust me, I'll definitely be looking to get that. I definitely gotta try to give me some Midnight Heat merch, man. That way, when they get signed, somebody's like, yo, I got the new Midnight Heat merch from AEW shop or WWE shop. I'm like, yeah, but I got their stuff when they were on the Indies, man. Yeah,
Yeah, right. Day one.
but so now speaking of tag teams, so how did the Flamin' Aces get together now? How'd you guys decide to like, hey, something, you're cool, I'm cool. Let's make this tag team thing happen and kick asses, together collectively.
It's a funny story, honestly.
It
We
is
we
a
didn't
very
we weren't originally gonna. That wasn't our original thought.
yeah.
So, do you want to tell it? Do you want me to tell it?
Yeah, hey,
I feel like
Either way.
I feel like you do a better job telling it, honestly, because I feel like the details are so blurry to me. But I feel like I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like I can imagine just attacking without Spencer. So it's just
Yeah. So it was Roseland 3, I want to say.
no, it wasn't
Roseland 3.
Roseland 3. It was Prestige. Make your own history.
Make your own history. That's right. It wasn't Roseland. Make your own history. And I believe the story was Midnight Heat. They had a different opponent, and they had to drop out for whatever reason. So they were like, hey, we got two guys that are looking to break in, and they basically just put us together, and we wrestled Midnight Heat. Didn't do very well. The match was great, but we got beat up pretty good. And then from there, we were like, since they put us together, let's try and make something work. It gave us something to do. It gave us a direction, and then we've just been trying to make the most out of everything. And so far, it's worked out pretty well for us.
awesome. Yeah, and I could definitely see that because man, y'all gave Reloaded a run for their money, man. I was
Yeah.
watching that match and I was like, yo, these guys, like y'all are not playing, man. Then y'all had the other team with yeah, you faced Naja and Kikia.
Cleaver, yes. Was it
Yeah.
not? Or
Was that from the Timber? We also faced Naja and Dr. Cleaver at POW. That might be another one you're thinking of.
Yeah, yeah, I saw the one with I just saw those two and that one with y'all and man, I tell you, Kikyo is one tough customer, man. Like,
There is.
jeez.
oh, have we ever defeated her? I don't think we have. Have we, Spence?
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
He's working. He has a plan.
Yeah, we got a little plan cooking up. We're cooking.
So that's awesome, man. So y'all being a tag team now. I like the fact that y'all have like an actual like a lot of tag teams they have like, yeah, okay, I'm one half of this, he's the other half of that, but y'all actually have an Instagram that actually for y'all's tag team. So I'm like, wow, these guys are really serious about this thing, man. Y'all got the matching gear and everything. And I gotta say, man, that shows dedication right there. There's
Thank you.
y'all are definitely gonna go far, in professional wrestling as well. But I think that, we've seen several great tag teams in the past. There have been, the Road Warriors, the Rockers, the Dudley Boys, FTR now too, and
Yeah.
I really don't want to talk about this, but the Briscoes, R.I.P. Jay Briscoe.
R.I.P. man.
Yeah,
It's so
R.I.P.
tragic.
Yeah,
We I don't know if you might have been there with me. We got to meet the Briscoes one time. They came to Defy, and
Right.
it was very brief, but they were just so nice. Like they shook our hands, introduced us. They were super cool, and it's just so tragic, just everything that happened.
Especially that we were like when we got to meet them, we were so new to the industry. I felt like they made us feel welcome in a way. So
Yeah, they were super chill dudes.
yeah. I've met them once, and they were pretty cool. I was like, yeah, this is definitely, and I was glad. I'm so happy with how far they've gotten. They've gotten as a tag team. The only tag team I know from Delaware. I don't know any other tag teams that from Delaware that got so popular. Rob, correct me if I'm wrong. You're from there. I'm not, but I don't know any other tag teams that actually came out of Delaware that achieved the level of success that those two had. And we're gonna be doing a 10 bell salute later on for them once we're done. But in terms of tag teams, who would y'all say are y'all's inspiration when y'all are like, in the ring, and or not even in the ring, just like plot, just like thinking about what moves y'all can do, how y'all can, make the match like so good that people are like actually like standing up out of their seats looking to see what happens next.
I feel like one of them, obviously, I feel like we have a move for it where Spencer gets down on all fours and I jump off of him, which is the Hardys, honestly.
That's what I was gonna
Hardys.
say. Exactly.
I feel like that's super, honestly. Like, I feel like if we want to look like a tag team, I feel like it's kind of them, but like more modern, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, Hardy is. I mean, of course, Midnight Heat. Like we do things a little differently than they do, but
Exactly.
we take a lot of inspiration from them. All the modern like FTR. Like I love FTR. They're so old school, but they create. What they do is just so it's so modern, but you can tell they stick to their roots. And I'm trying to think. Of any other tag teams. I mean, we just watch a lot of tag team wrestling, honestly.
Honestly. Yeah, I feel like it's the Hardys meet Midnight Heat in a way, honestly.
Definitely a little bit.
Awesome. Yeah, the Hardys, that's another tag team that I used to enjoy. I still enjoy watching them. When they first came out, they were another tag team that was like fresh. I was like, wow, these guys are so cool, man. I remember like when I go to swimming classes, I try to do all the moves they did, like a swanton bomb and everything off the diving board. So yeah, man, that's
But
definitely
yeah. When I got into wrestling, I was like, I need to do at least one swanton in my lifetime.
that was a hella impressive one that you did too as well. Definitely, I'm not like it was pretty impressive, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I just got a couple more questions. I know Rob is chomping at the bit right now to ask y'all a couple of questions. I think y'all might be the first people from Oregon he's ever talked to. So, I don't. I mean, I think y'all might be the first. No, we had Charlie, but we have Charlie Avell. My bad.
Or no, but yeah.
But he was in. I think he was in Georgia at the time.
Yeah,
but anyway,
we'll say we're the first tag team in Oregon.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
We'll wear that.
So, my third last question is, now that y'all are, a tag team, you've got this thing going on. Who are some tag teams that y'all would like to face, in the coming future? They could be from anywhere: WWE, AEW, Impact, MLW.
You want to say one? You want to say one? I'll say one.
I think I might know one you're gonna say. It might be the same I'm thinking.
We might be saying the same one, but I'll pick a different one if you're gonna say the same one.
You go
let's They say great. They say I heard a myth that the tag team that actually says stuff in unison is gonna be that tag team is gonna be successful. So I'm gonna count to 3, and then y'all can say the tag team y'all think each other's gonna say, right? Ready?
I think so. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
C4.
Are you kidding me? No.
Hey, you know what? They 1A and 1B.
Yeah, 1A,
SOE, C4. Those two we want. I got the chance to wrestle with SOE, not with Zaye, unfortunately, but God, Flamin Aces SOE. That's gonna be a banger.
Such a sick match. But same with C4. I feel like Cody Chun and Guillermo. I feel like they're on the top of their game right now. I feel like they're killing it in the tag team industry. I feel like they're known for their tag team over here in the Pacific Northwest. So
yeah,
honestly, C4, we're gonna give them a run for their money though.
Yeah, C4 SOE. I really want to run it again with Midnight Heat. Now that we're a little more established in, we got a little more under our feet. I think we'd give them a little bit better of a fight than we gave them the first time. And I don't know if it'll ever happen. I hope it does. But East West Express, Nick Wayne and Jordan Oliver.
Oh, that man!
Sick. Those two guys, I want to wrestle so bad. I think we'd have a great match.
That's Buddy Wayne's son, right?
Yes, it is.
And he has a next in line contract with AEW.
He's incredible. He's such a good dude. He's so humble and he's so talented. Like one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen live.
And one of the youngest also.
And one of the youngest.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if you ask me, Tony Khan should just cut the check and get both of them, man. Get both him and sign Jordan Oliver too, man. You know,
Yeah, definitely. I definitely could agree with that.
freshen up that tag team scene for a bit. But yes, I've heard of C4. I forgot who they were. I've not probably seen them before, but I've definitely heard of State of Emergency. They're actually on our radar to have on the show.
They're awesome.
Sebastian Wolf. I forgot the other guy.
Miles DeVille.
Yeah.
Who was Miles DeVille, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Both
Miles,
from Vancouver.
You gotta let them know that the Flamin Aces are coming for them.
Yeah, for real. They know.
You guys might want to get a manager because don't they have a manager, a female? I think her name is Tara.
Yep.
They do.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's hardcore.
Yeah, she's sneaky too. She's sneaky.
Yeah, you might want to, get a female in y'all's corner. I don't know, maybe if y'all are cool with Kikyo, get Kikyo neutralized.
We got one in mind. There might be one in my house that we have in mind.
Oh yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So my second to last question is, okay, so you guys are a tag team, but now there are several promotions with 6-man titles. Now you got AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan. They're over in New Japan, and they're also over in Mexico. So if y'all were to go after those 6-man titles, who would be y'all's third partner that y'all would want to have outside?
Can
I
we
have not thought about that before.
Do we have females or no females?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, females. Why not? Equal opportunity.
We have to do it.
Oh yeah.
We have to do it. We have to do it. Okay.
It's got to be Amira.
It's got to be Amira. She's one hell of a freaking wrestler, dude. Tower of Power, killing it.
At this point, she might as well be an honorary ace.
Exactly. She should be, honestly.
Amira Squirrel, right?
Yeah.
I've seen her. She was on AEW.
Another Oregon Pro student.
Actually, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but she's another one that Charlie recommended.
Yep, she's great. I would definitely have her on.
Charlie knows
she's blown up right now.
He knows talent when he sees it, so.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome to see, though. Two of y'all and Amira just, going after the titles. It's been done before.
Done before.
Lucha Underground had Ivelisse, Angelico, and I don't know what he was going by, but I know him as Matt Cross, M-Dog Matt Cross.
Oh, okay.
Both of them, all three of them, went after the trios titles over there, and they were very entertaining. I actually enjoyed watching them.
I didn't know that.
I think Amir would be a good title holder with us. I feel like an honorary ace. I feel like she doesn't give up. She never kicks.
Yeah.
I feel like she doesn't she always takes hits so good, and I feel like it doesn't hurt her. She just gets up laughing.
Yeah, we need a powerhouse out of the two of us. She's strong. She's probably stronger than both of us combined.
Heck yeah.
All right. So my last question, right? When y'all are getting your workouts in, or when y'all are actually getting ready to face y'all's opponents in the ring, what are some songs that get y'all in the zone to knock out that workout, or take care of business in the ring?
Ooh. I mean, I can't. Okay, well, the one I can think of in particular, you might not know it. I think what's his name, Jaru or something. It's what is it? I can't remember the name of it, but I remember when I was in high school, I used to play basketball, and that was the song we'd run out to. Really Got It by Jaru. Got the trumpets and that song gets me hyped up, and it just reminds me of where I used to be and where I am now. It just that's one that definitely gets me hyped up.
I feel like if I'm at the gym, I feel like the only thing that's playing on my headphones is AC/DC. I feel like that's the only thing that actually motivates me to work out. So if there's no AC/DC, I can't work out, honestly.
Yeah, but yeah, all types of music. Big artists for me like Kendrick Lamar, Mac Miller, R.I.P. Let's see. A lot of I like balance between rap, metal, just a whole everywhere in the middle. Not one specific category. I'll listen to anything that gets me hyped up.
Awesome. Anything that gets you moving,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and turn over to Rob. Rob has a couple of questions for you. Rob, go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
Here.
All right, sweet, thanks. So what's up, guys? How y'all doing tonight?
What's up,
What up,
Rob?
G?
Doing good, man. How you
All right,
doing?
that's good. How was y'all's day? Anything crazy happened today? Special, a normal day, man. Just
You know what?
doing the thing.
Something did crazy happen to me. So my
Oh,
I do have a day job. I'm an Amazon driver during the day, and some little shithead kid tried to open one of my van doors today. So that was pretty interesting. But other than that, now it's just normal day. Hit the gym before this, and now we're just hanging out at home.
oh, sounds good to me, man. Man. I guess being an Amazon driver, sometimes I guess that happens
Yeah, I
a lot
guess
more
so.
than we think, though.
It does. Some nutty things happen on the road.
Oh man, yeah, that's crazy. Oh man. So y'all up there in Oregon and stuff and all, man. I was looking at pictures and stuff, man. Like, how is it living up there with mountains and like waterfalls and stuff? Because I'm in Delaware, we have nothing. It's flat cornfields, The highest like point is in my backyard where I got a hill back there. That's like the highest point, in Delaware.
It's
So
Oregon is such a beautiful state. I'm originally from New Hampshire. That's where I lived my entire life up until like 2019, and I was never really a nature person, But places like Bend, Mount Hood, like there's so much beautiful nature out here, and like you can really escape like anywhere you go. All the waterfalls, all the hikes, like it's perfect for anyone who loves being outside, and I'm one of those people for sure.
Yeah, I grew up in Central Oregon, so it's like known for the nature, but
Mhm.
I feel like I got so sick of it's gonna sound so mean, but I feel like I got so sick of nature because I just grew up around it. And I love the city. I love like, big buildings. I don't know. I just feel like nature to me is just it's just I don't know. It's just not for me, I guess.
That's
I don't know.
fair.
I like the nature, man. Every time I go to like Philly or Baltimore or something, I'm always like, because I'm all country and stuff, and I go there, I'm all like, I'm like Crocodile Dundee when he first was new. I'm
Yeah.
like, a car? What's a
All these
car?
all
I'm
these
all over
city
there. I'm all like,
slickers walking
you
around.
know what I mean? Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
oh man, like yeah, but it's all good, man. It's all good. Now, have you all come across Bigfoot or anything? Because isn't Sasquatch big over there, man? I'm always trying on
I've
the
come across
lookout,
a
man.
couple. I've come across a couple of Bigfoot people,
Ooh,
but never
yeah,
Bigfoot himself. Maybe
Ooh,
someday. Maybe
okay,
he'll show up in a ring. I think
maybe
he's
I
one
pretty
day.
cool.
gotcha. Maybe. Yeah, because I've seen those shows and stuff. Now it's like, now I believe that they believe they seen something and all, but I'm like, you got a bunch of woods and stuff over there, man. There's all kinds of animals, it's like dark, anything could have been like that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I probably would have been like, oh my God, it's a panda bear, like a polar bear or something, like, oh
I'd
man,
be more
like,
surprised to see a panda bear in Oregon than I would
Oh,
yeah,
that'd be
see
something, yeah,
Bigfoot.
sick. Yeah.
that's right, yeah, that would be
The
pretty cool, man.
the only panda there is in Oregon is just Panda Express, honestly.
There you go, Panda Express. Yeah, they ain't too bad, man. Get some orange chicken, man. They hook it
Yeah,
up,
there you
man.
go.
Uh,
Yeah, there you go. There you
Little
go.
broccoli beef.
There you go. So, wrestling around in Oregon and stuff, man. Is that the farthest y'all traveled? Have you been outside of Oregon yet, or have you just been, pretty much in the area right now?
We have, yeah. We wrestle up in Washington pretty often. We got to wrestle on the last Without a Cause show, which was super awesome. But we go up to Timber Pro Wrestling up in Startup. They're actually going to be moving into the building that Without a Cause ran at, so that's going to be really cool.
yeah.
I know Playboy had the opportunity to go to California.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to go up to Vancouver, Canada. That was super awesome, and we're honestly right now we're really looking to just go anywhere we can.
Now, do you all get a lot of Canadian wrestlers, coming down, and then y'all go a lot going up and down, because y'all kind of close to the border or whatever? Is it like, like how down in like Texas and California, them in Mexico, Mexican wrestlers, man,
Mhm.
switches kind of like that.
Yeah,
We
the
gotta
Pacific
meet.
Northwest is so tight. Like, um, all the Oregon guys, all the Washington guys, all the Canadian guys. Everyone I've met is just so awesome. I haven't met anybody that
Exactly.
that has struck me as anything other than a great person.
I,
They're all awesome.
it's a new just generation of like time of like wrestlers. I feel like all the wrestlers are just so nice. I feel like everyone's looking out for each other. So
Yeah,
I don't feel like there's any new ones that we met so far.
yeah. Everyone just wants each other to succeed and do great.
Hey, that's a good, man. Just being keep the power of positivity going. What I mean,
Yeah,
just
that's right.
keep lifting each other up, man. That's all I'm here for. All that, man.
Definitely.
So what do y'all have plans for the year? You know what I mean? Is anything, coming up, do you have anything cooking you can share for us? Like maybe, because I ref out here on the East Coast in Delaware, man. Maybe taking a trip out the East Coast sometime, maybe,
That's a
something like that.
that's a huge goal for me, especially like New England, growing up there. Like I see a lot of it happening right now. Like the New England scene seems to be kind of booming right now. Yeah, definitely. We definitely want to go out to the East Coast, Midwest, Southern, everywhere, anywhere we can. But
Oh man, yeah, that's awesome, man. Now, have y'all, maybe, instead of going to Canada and stuff, man, like Australia, something like that, maybe,
definitely,
get the Flamin' Aces all the way out there, just tearing it up.
We
definitely
we might
Australia.
have something planned internationally.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
So
Stay tuned. We might have
stay
something
tuned.
cooking.
Yeah.
What is he cooking?
that's right. That's right. Get the passports ready. That's all. That's right. Get the passports ready. Let's go. Let's
We
go.
do. Yeah, definitely.
So when's y'all's next show? Do you have something coming up? This month, next month? Are y'all pretty much booked up?
We got a little bit coming up. Right now Zay's injured, so he can't compete for a little bit. But let's see. Uh, actually, I don't know if we have anything for the rest of this month. I might, stop at at some shows, see help out, But I think next month we got POW, DOA, all the local promotions. I think. I think right now I don't have anything for the rest of the month, and I know like Zay wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Um,
Not to obviously I heal up
yeah,
but yeah, we're looking just to dominate 2023,
yeah.
make it our year, honestly.
Flamin' Aces
When,
World Tour.
when I come
That's
back,
right.
I'm hungry, I want some gold, so
Yeah, that's what we're looking at.
That's right. So, how are the fans out there in the Pacific Northwest, man? Are they great? Are they loud? They do they love they love their Flaming Aces? They love to boo their favorite, or cheer their favorites and boo their, the people that they don't like.
the
I hope they love their
P.N.W.
Flamin' Aces.
the
The
P.N.W. is
fans out
just
here are so nice. They're so awesome and so
it's so
supportive.
phenomenal, honestly.
They're super supportive.
They're so loud. I feel like I've never been to a show where they weren't loud.
Like the Defy fans are crazy. I've never experienced quite like a show like a Defy show, and the fans there, they're so invested, and they're so like they're ready, and they will let you know how you're doing, and it's usually very good.
Oh, that's awesome. I love to hear it. Yeah, the fans out here are pretty good. Like on Saturday, I had the I'm not as quick as on my feet as I'm used to. I turn 41 next year or next month. So I got splashed in the corner and I was unconscious for like a couple minutes or whatever. You know what I mean? And
That'll happen.
after the show, yeah, after the show, fans were hitting me up. Are you okay? Everything good? You know what I mean? I swear, I'm like, okay. I'm just rep. Hey, all right, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good to go. They invest their time and stuff, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we're definitely trying to come out to the East Coast and see how those fans are.
Oh yeah. Especially you go up like north, like Philly and stuff. Oh man, the old ECW crowd, and oh
Yeah,
man, sometimes they get
they
rowdy.
get rowdy.
Oh yeah, man. It's great. It's great. Oh man. Now, if you go to Philly and stuff, and they boo you or cheer you or whatever, no matter what, you're good or whatever. Now, if you go out there and they're just like, yeah, you're like, oh man, okay, yeah, no, yeah, no,
You
no
might need to
matter
do
what.
some readjust. You might need to change what you're doing a little
Yeah,
bit.
Yeah, if they're throwing batteries at you like Santa Claus or something, you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Hey,
you're doing something good. No matter
yeah, I
what, you
mean,
know what I
you
mean?
gotta be doing something right.
Yeah, you're doing something. You're doing something. Now, y'all were talking about, getting into wrestling games and stuff, man. So, so what are y'all's favorite wrestling games? Do you have any, are you still playing wrestling games? Do y'all still game?
Definitely, definitely.
We
I'll let
actually
you answer first.
No, we just play. I feel like me and Spencer bonded because we play WWE 2K22 and created ourselves, and we go against each other. It's so much fun
Okay.
because
Nice little
you know
friendly competition.
Playboy always wins. Playboy always wins. So
I don't know always.
no.
But one of my favorite games of all time is SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain.
Mhm.
I still play that game like pretty often, and it still holds up.
Oh yeah. Those old games are pretty cool. I like SmackDown versus Raw, where where Tyler Breeze and Xavier Woods, like when they do GM mode. I've always played that stuff. I've
Oh
always
yeah,
thought
yeah,
it was
yeah,
fun and
yeah,
stuff. And the 22 has it too. I like playing it on there also.
I feel
yeah,
like
yeah. They just brought it back.
22 is the best game that's alive for WWE, especially
It's
because of the GM mode. Honestly, I feel like it's so much fun.
it's definitely one of the better games that they've come out with within the last like decade or so.
Oh yeah. I like playing Fire Pro because that
Oh
GM mode
yeah,
is it's pretty good. I mean, you can just sit there and play, and then just try and get your organization up and yeah, it's in depth. It's crazy on
I've never played it personally, but is that the game where a lot of people put in their own mods?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
got it on PC on my laptop and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, that looks super fun. I don't know anything about all that modding, but I've seen a lot of people talk about that game.
Oh yeah. Pretty much, man. Like almost any wrestler you can think of or whatever, somebody's like created them or something. Done it. They'll make like like the Fiend or something. And they'll make it just like him. Face paint and all that. I'm like, how do you do this? Like, oh my, how do you do? These people are creative and all. I
They're,
mean, something that's like far beyond my pay grade. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
they're crazy.
Oh yeah. So are y'all still gaming to this day? If y'all aren't, playing wrestling games, what are y'all, playing?
If we're not playing wrestling games,
Hmm.
what are you playing?
I love playing on the Switch. I love Smash Bros. Smash Bros is one of my games. I love Smash Bros. I'm undefeated. I'm undefeated. I like to say in Smash Bros. But
Oh,
Mario Kart, obviously, I feel like just any Nintendo Switch game is so much fun to me. Call of Duty, obviously, Call of Duty is so much fun. I feel like I always grew up with those games. So yeah.
Yeah, I grew up with Call of Duty too. I was really bad at it though, so I can't play it. But I play a lot of sports games. I play like a lot of 2K. I play Madden. One of my favorite games of all time though is Red Dead Redemption 2. That game
oh
is
yeah, same here.
I'll play through that story 3-4 times and I'm like still not bored. There's still like new things you can find every time you play it.
Yeah. I like the first two. They're probably
Yeah.
I always cheat. They're tied for number two of my favorite. My favorite games are Mass Effect.
Heck yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, those three games.
The only Mass Effect I played was Andromeda. That one was pretty fun.
Okay.
I gotta play
Yeah,
some
man.
more.
If you gotta play them, you gotta play the first three. That trilogy. Oh man, you'll be like, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play. Yeah, I have a Switch too. I've been playing. I've been stuck playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 on it. I've been hooked on it for some reason. The grind thing on there, trying to level my people up, and then I want to beat it again, doing this. Getting my team ready. Oh yeah. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I've actually had to take a break from it. I started playing the Zelda game, Breath of
Yeah.
the Wild, whatever, in preparation for the new one coming out or whatever. So
Oh, is there a new one
I'm
coming out?
trying. I heard there's one coming out this summer or something, or maybe a couple months or something.
Ooh, I might have
Maybe
to
it's
get.
maybe it's around Christmas or something, but I think it's this year, I believe.
I have to look at that.
Oh yeah. Zelda, they always come through in the clutch. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I like Mario Kart. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't have Smash Brothers. I need to get Smash Brothers and Pokemon on mine. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
love
I feel like
Pokemon.
the most popular ones right now on the Switch is Pokemon, and I feel like Smash Bros too. I haven't played the Pokemon ones, but I hear they're really good.
Yeah, because I think the last one I had was Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I think my brother and sister, one of them got me both of them for Christmas one year, and they're like, "Here, you know what I mean? Steggers will grab one. We just give you both." I'm like, "Word
Heck
up."
yeah, that's a Christmas
That's how
gift.
you go. Yeah, how you go. Yeah, that's right. That's what you do. Now, getting off, wrestling a little bit, what I mean, so are there any, movies and TV shows y'all are watching right now? Because I'm always trying to find something new, because I'll get stuck watching the same things over and over again, like comfort shows.
yeah. I don't get to watch a lot of TV and movies that much nowadays. We're both super busy.
Exactly.
I know recently we both talked about watching Kaleidoscope, that new one that just came out. That was really interesting. I haven't finished it yet though. I think you might have finished it.
I haven't.
Oh, on Netflix?
Oh, okay.
It was Netflix about the bank robbery, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I've seen
And
that.
I think it is in like different orders for everybody, something like that.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I heard some people got the same ones. I was my mom,
Yeah,
she was watching it, and we got she had watched the first three, and I put mine on. It was the same first three as hers. So I think it
yeah,
was like orange. I can't remember. I can't remember.
yeah.
But it was pretty good.
One of my favorite shows of all time, though, and I've watched it through hundreds of times, is that '70s show. It's so timeless. It's such a good show. Like I'll watch seasons of that show nonstop. That's one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, that 70 show is pretty good. Yeah. So what about you, man?
I feel like yeah, Kaleidoscope. I feel like I still haven't started watching it, but I feel like I heard it's really good. One of the ones I'm really looking forward to coming out on Netflix like super soon is the show You. I feel like that's a really
Yeah.
good show.
Mhm.
Looking forward to that one. Yeah, I just watched this new movie on HBO Max, and it was kind of like euphoric vibes. It was I forgot what it's called. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to go back and look into it. But honestly, if I'm not watching shows or TV, it's obviously just studying wrestling and just
Yep.
that. Honestly, I
Definitely.
yeah, I feel like just wrestling and murder mystery is one of my favorites TV shows. So
Yeah, definitely. I will say
Yeah,
I also forgot I just saw the new Avatar that came out, and
ooh,
that
okay.
that movie was awesome. And I haven't seen the first one in so long. I think I saw it. The only time I saw it was when it was in the movie theaters. So seeing the second one, like I kind of had to remember what happened in the first one, but it was a really good movie.
Yeah, the only thing in Avatar I remember was when they would when the two people when they would hook up or whatever, they take their ponytails, and connect it together. And then when they would get on their horse, they would take their ponytail and the same ponytail and the horse and connect it together. And I'd be like, all
Yeah,
right, what I mean, it's their world, they do what you want.
yeah. I see where this
exactly,
goes.
it's a weird movie. It's a
Yeah,
weird
what I
movie.
mean. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's one way to get the horse moving, So
You're not wrong.
So yeah, I the newest movies like I've seen was Smile and Barbarian, and they were like scary movies or
Those
whatever. And
are
I'm glad I kind of watched them, in the daytime or whatever. Because if I watch them at nighttime, yeah,
those are really good movies. So Barbarian, I gotta watch in movie theaters. Oh my God, I cannot. I feel like I love horror movies, but I feel like that one just got me so freaking good, dude. It got me so
yeah.
freaking good.
That one dude, man, he was like just such a piece of garbage, man. I was just like,
Exactly.
yeah, it was like, he's like, it's like, oh man, and then he's like, oh yeah, it wasn't all like that. It was like, I'm like, oh man, you just,
Yeah.
yeah. And then he leaves. I'm like, yeah,
Without any
you deserve
spoilers,
what you got.
honestly, it's a crazy movie. There's so many twists and turns, and Smile too. Honestly, I feel like Smile was really good. Also,
Oh yeah, that face and stuff was just haunting me for a while, I mean, especially that beginning one, when she called her, I was like, ooh, oh man,
exactly. I can't use the smile emoji anymore, like the happy face, because it's too scary for me now because of
oh
that
yeah,
movie.
that's right. Oh yeah, see, in Barbarian and Smile, I think the big bads, they look kind of similar. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? They're
They're like
both
very
big. I was like, yeah, but other than that, yeah, they were both great movies. You know what I mean? They were awesome.
right. No, yeah.
Now, I don't want to keep y'all, too late. I know y'all got stuff to do and all. So before I pass it on back to Remy, I do want to say, thank y'all for, coming on the show and chatting with us. You know what I mean? It was awesome getting to, chat with everybody, from the West Coast and stuff. I don't get to do that much, so it's always a pleasure. Um,
Absolutely.
I,
Yeah.
I wish y'all nothing but the best thing, to happen to y'all, the most positive things. When you come back, man, I hope y'all start getting tag gold all around the country.
Thank
Kicking
you
butt,
so
taking
much.
names, doing your thing, man.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely
We
will.
really appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Thank you for having us, man. It's
Yeah.
been really fun.
Spencer, thank you very much. We're really and truly grateful that y'all took time out to appear on our show and everything. We're very thankful, and to the rest of the people at Oregon Pro Wrestling. Matter of fact, even in Oregon, we're gonna be looking for them real soon. You know,
Definitely, definitely. I would bring on anyone from the Pacific Northwest. There's just so much talent right now that could
So
do
much.
do with so much exposure. They're just so talented, and you know, they're all great.
yeah. Plus, there's another guy who I actually found before he got signed to Major League Wrestling. I call him Thor secretly, although I don't think he'd like it if I called him that. But Hammerstone,
Mm-hmm.
where I first saw him, the WCWC. So I was like, when I first saw him, like, man, this guy needs to be signed by WB or,
Yeah.
somebody. This guy is like, he's that damn good. And I'm glad he's doing his thing in MLW. He's the champion there right now, and hoping he gets more exposure and so on because the guy is definitely money.
No,
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
killing. He is killing it for sure. Me and Spencer got to meet him, and I feel like he was really nice to us too. Also,
Yep. We got to share a locker room with him at POW Pro Wrestling, and he's super cool dude. No ego, nothing.
Exactly.
And I'm sure being that size, like you got to feel a certain way about yourself. But he's super humble. He's super nice dude.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of great talent there, and trust me, we're definitely gonna be looking forward to talking to more people from there, more people from California, Las Vegas. So many people. We'll definitely be out there real soon. We'll definitely be looking to have people, some familiar face that y'all might know on our show real soon. So we're definitely when we did that when I did that message when that said we're gonna be looking into the West Coast scene. I definitely meant it. We're gonna be looking into the West Coast scene a lot more. We're
We
still
love
gonna have.
it.
Don't worry, East Coast. We're still gonna have love for y'all too, but it's just that
Hey man, West Coast is popping right now.
It
Yeah,
is
It's
popping.
the place to be.
yeah. So before we shut this down and let y'all go, where can fans find y'all on social media? Uh, when they want to find out when next appearances, purchase Flamin Aces merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find y'all when they want to book you for their shows?
Yeah, you can find me at Spencer Scott Pro on Instagram and Twitter. You can find us on Instagram at the Flamin Aces. And what's your at?
Uh, for Instagram, it's the actual Zay, and for Twitter, it's Zaye Perez. And if you ever wanna book me or Spencer, you say your email, but mine's Zaye Perez at iCloud.com.
Yeah, mine is HOTSHOT Spencer Scott at gmail.com, and we also have a Flamin Aces at gmail.com for bookings.
Awesome. So y'all definitely heard these two gentlemen. They have, you heard the social media links. Go now, follow them, cop that, Flamin' Aces merchandise. And like I said,
Come,
that way they get signed and
coming soon.
some jabroni comes up and is like, yeah, I got the new Flamin' Aces shirt from shop. Be like, man, sit yourself down, man.
Hey, if he's got Flamin' Ace merch, he ain't no jabroni.
Hey, right?
Yeah. So y'all definitely make sure y'all follow them. Promoters, definitely book these two men. They're definitely doing great things. Rob Bass, talk to Sean Hardy, man. I mean, he got them tag team champions over there in 1CW, man. Hey, Sean Hardy, you got two contenders right here.
What's up,
I'm just
man?
saying.
Bring us over.
Right
Let's
in.
go.
Just saying.
Whoever. We're down for whoever.
Yeah. So, but definitely, y'all make sure y'all follow these two great men. They're they're the hottest tag team in the Pacific Northwest right now. So definitely make sure you check them out. And come on, why wouldn't you want to you just follow the Playboy of P.N.W and the Hot Shot? So go ahead and make that happen, y'all.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it's about time for us to shut this show down. My stomach is rumbling. My eyelids are getting heavy. That means it's time for dinner and a nap. Maybe not that order, but before I partake in those activities, Rob Bass, the Mel Gibson to my Danny Glover, the Bubba Ray to my Devon, and the Charlie Haas to my Shelton Benjamin. Where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling, find out when next appearances, purchase Rob Bass merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at Rob_Base82, and then Facebook Rob Base. And I think next month, 1CW, I think we're off for a month. We'll be back in March. I think March 11th. I don't know any of the matchups yet, but stay tuned. We'll definitely get to you.
But I'm gonna piggyback off of that. If you're here in Brooklyn, Caddis Wrestling, they have a show coming up on the 22nd, and also so does Battle Club Pro as well. Definitely check them out if you're in Brooklyn or any of the surrounding boroughs. They got a lot of great talent coming there. Definitely check them out. We're gonna have the flyers up real soon because we like to let y'all know what's going on in the world of wrestling in your area. So definitely, check out those two shows as well. And Flamin' Aces, y'all have any shows coming up or no? Sorry, I should ask.
For this month, no, we don't. We're not booked for anything else at the moment. But this Friday is Defy in Tacoma, Amira's going to be there. A lot of great talent. A few AEW talent's going to be there. And then at the end of the month, Relentless up in I believe it's Everett, Washington. They're going to be running the show, and yeah, we're just keep pushing. Go to all the shows we can. Try and get our name out there. And before we go, I just want to say shout out Oregon Pro. Like they are the reason that we are here talking to you guys right now. Nothing in our careers would be possible without Oregon Pro Wrestling School.
Exactly. And if you're ever in Oregon, just living there, please come check out Oregon Pro. I feel like it's such an incredible school. I feel like it's created so many greats. So yeah, watch out for Oregon Pro too.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off that and say to y'all fans over there in Oregon, if you want to be a wrestler, I mean, I've never gone there myself, but the fact that you have a man named the Honorable Malcolm Flex, that sounds like a powerful name.
That man will whip you into shape.
Heck yeah.
And one of the best tag teams, the Midnight Heat, training you. Come on, man. Why wouldn't you want to go there? So if you want to be a wrestler and you live in Oregon, definitely go down there, make it happen like a captain, and get some training from three of the best in the wrestling world.
Absolutely.
Trust me, they are that damn good. But with that being said, if y'all want to find me on social media, not that I have anything cool to say, but who knows? Maybe you'll get surprised one day. You can find me on Twitter at @TheRemyBlue and also on Instagram at @TheRemyBlue as well. And I'm also on Facebook under the alias Remy Blue. Feel free to add me on there as well. Our podcast is also on social media. We're on Twitch at Ringside Society 2019, Instagram and Twitter at Ringside Society. We're on Facebook as a Facebook group. We're also on Spotify, and we also have a Teespring store where we have official Ringside Society merchandise available. We have t-shirts, tank tops, long sleeve shirts, hoodies. We even have coffee mugs for your favorite beverage. And next month is Valentine's Day, so we also have the Ringside Society Valentine's Day apparel, which you'll be seeing myself, Kathy Knight, and of course Rob Bass wearing real soon on this show. So trust me, you don't want to feel left out. Make sure y'all grab y'all's Valentine's Day apparel as well too. All proceeds go back into keeping our show afloat. They do not go back into our pockets. I'm still eating hamburger helper, and Rob's still eating Kool-Aid sandwiches. So trust me, we're not pocketing any of that money. But last but not least, we also have a YouTube channel where we actually have cool interviews like this one, like the one we had with Charlie Avell and many other great people, not just in the Oregon area, but on the whole of the West Coast, the East Coast, the Midwest. Heck, we even have people from England on our show as well too. So make sure you go on YouTube, check us out. All you gotta do is type in Ringside Society, and once you see that very handsome dark blue and light blue yin yang sound with the blue flames around it, that's when you know it's us. So make sure you subscribe to all our videos because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and you don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith in 1998. But with that being said, we just want to thank everybody tuning in live. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. We strive on being one of the best wrestling podcasts a wrestling fan should and could listen to, and we will keep on doing that. To those of y'all that are going to listen later on when you get a chance, thank you very much in advance. And those y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we would just go away, well, like myself at the Golden Corral and Rob Bass at the Taco Festival, we're not going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
We ain't stopping. With that being said, we just want to let y'all know that we're very well and aware to everybody and their grandparents and the parents of a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hashtag, we are not the same. Hey, yo, Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, one time for Oregon Pro Wrestling, and one time for the hottest tag team in the Pacific Northwest, the HOTSHOT, Spencer Scott. Yes, it actually rhymes. And the Playboy of the P.N.W Zaye Perez.
I love it.
The Flamin Aces.
Woo!
What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right. We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society, and we will be back with another impressive episode. But until then, we just want y'all to do 4 favors for us. Stay safe, stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
Heck yeah.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.